Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Hello, we're still here, Ravens fans. Tonight, after that result here, wonderful, incredible game. Had a Bills fan in here already. Same way they ended high mark in here last year by beating the Ravens. Never say die, Bills. Good win for the Bills. I mean, no question about it. Good evening. This is Charles with the Ravori Sports podcast. Like and subscribe to all of our social media content. So we want to thank all of you for joining us here tonight. Instant reaction to that outstanding game here. That was more than we expected, didn't we? Like last week, preseason, not a lot of points, etc. Last season took about a month for NFL teams. Not tonight. 41-40 was the result. So bad result tonight for the Ravens. Bills actually pulled this one out unbelievably. They were actually leaving the stadium, but it wasn't over. Bills actually win this game tonight, 41-40. Kicker by their backup kicker, Matt Prater, who was not even on the roster only till a couple days ago due to the injury to their regular guy, Tyler Bass. They actually go ahead and win this game tonight. So Bills actually victorious. This was, the quote, the great Chris Berman, this was a pinball wizard. So there was scoring on both sides. So let's go ahead and just chop this up a little bit here on what we have tonight. Also, too, Maryland's men's basketball preview, October 24th. Absolutely check that out, October 24th. Genesis Notary Services, Facebook. So if you are in Winchester, Virginia, business is really going well. So I'm thanking all of you in the Winchester, Virginia area as well. RaverySports.company.site. You can get jerseys like this. I had my Lamar jersey on for victory. That didn't happen. So we got that on there tonight as well. Also to see Charles Harris Legal Shield. If you have a business, definitely get Legal Shield. I'm telling you guys, You'll save a lot of money. It's really helping me with a lot of things right now. Sure, this is Roger again. Ravens be in there in the end too. You got that right. Because this was clearly two. I agree, totally agree with Chris Collinsworth's assessment tonight. These were two outstanding teams, no question about it. And so the positive, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I thought was sensational tonight, except for obviously the fumble that Henry had that cost us late in the game. But that was good. Lamar Jackson, 210 tonight. As far as passing, 69 yards. I thought that run he had late in the game where he had a huge loss and tackle was probably the thing that kept them in there as well. I think they're just sensational. I mean, I don't think there's any question about it. You saw before the game the PFF grade, number one running back, number one quarterback in the NFL. You could argue Saquon Barkley or Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes or whatever, but these two guys are sensational, and you saw it. Even with a game plan to take them out, they couldn't take them out. They still, the one miscue again by the Ravens cost them the game late in the game. But for the most part, Henry and Lamar were terrific tonight. Kyle Hamilton on defense was everywhere. So, look, Kyle Hamilton just signed a huge contract, making a lot of money. But Kyle Hamilton, I think, is probably the best Swiss Army knife in the league. He's elite everywhere you put him. Josh Hamilton's face, he was blitzing, making tackles down the field, making tackles at the line of scrimmage, covering man-to-man on the outside, setting the zone, setting the tone. It was terrific. The Bills' offense really did not have any answer for Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton tonight, I think he had, 8 tackles? I think Roquan, had 10. But he was just all over the field terrific. So there was no question about it. Bills really did not know what to do with Kyle Hamilton from the Ravens side. So very encouraging. Secondary, span a little bit, secondary as a whole. That was you look at the stats that Josh Allen had tonight. He was at 394, but there was some miscues. Jair Alexander got that big penalty late in the game, hurt the game, pass interference, etc. I thought they played better than the statistics showed, but still at the end of the day, Josh Allen had 400 yards. I think they got worn down or lost their confidence late in the game. And I think that's certainly was a thing. This might be the best receiving core that the Ravens have ever had. Zay Flowers did huge catches, 2 back-to-back on that drive for Lamar. So definitely a blown coverage, Bill safety, bad blitz from the free safety. Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers take advantage of it. Plus, they finished the drive off, putting it in the end zone. 100-plus yards tonight on especially 2 catches. DeAndre Hopkins, look, I've said it several times. This is the guy that Lamar wanted. That catch was sensational, highlight reel stuff from D-Hop. So I thought that was terrific again tonight for him. D-Hop tonight, I'm looking at the box score now. D-Hop had 2 catches for 35, but that was a sensational catch that you're not going to see a lot of people make. So that was fantastic stuff from that. So that was the good. And it was a lot of good. I mean, you scored 40 points in this one. Concern for me, the offensive line, not the whole line. I thought Ronnie Stanley was really good tonight, and I thought Linderbaum was his good usual self. The guards still struggling, and somebody in the comments is going to kill me. No, they weren't. I thought Falele was just. I don't know why we're not at least trying somebody else at guard. I just can't figure it out. Voorhees, I think, has his moments where he's not good either, but I see a lot more progress over there with Voorhees as well. But that's still an issue when they had to go one-on-one. Both of those guys, I think, got pushed around pretty good, I think, as well. 77. You're absolutely right, Rick Garnell. Rick Garnell is been watching these games with me, and he's absolutely right. Rick Garnell, look, this is not, if you want to be Super Bowl effective, once again, Ed Oliver was going right to where Falele was and just pushing him around all night. Definitely when they don't help him or whatever, I just it's very frustrating to see why Hardball and those guys are so sold on that as well. Much respect, D Hop, amazing catch, absolutely right. D Hop, this is what he did. He's your third receiver. Right? He's not even going to be. He only had 2 catches. He's only going to be in for sub packages. He didn't even play in the first quarter, and he's like that. So yeah, much respect to the Bills as well. Bills, I thought tonight they took it right from him. I don't think there's any question about it that the Bills really deserve to win because the Ravens didn't finish the job. Defensive front, particularly in the early stages in the game as well. So I definitely agree with you guys there on that. This was a tough loss because you had it won. And so definitely when you have a game like that, you got to close it down. That's the only thing missing. Didn't close it down. Another key error late in the football game. The fumble, the strip fumble from Henry in Buffalo territory. They got the 2, put him back in business. That was the ball game that you had it as well. Really stings because you had the reigning MVP on the wire, on the line, and they could go toe-to-toe. But this is not obviously the statement win that we wanted. But I think the AFC knows that we're right there. So I don't – it's tough. It's tough to lose like this. It's tough to lose a game like this. It's really tough to go ahead and have it, especially tonight, where you pretty much had it won, where you pretty much outplayed them for most of this game. But again, you let Josh Allen stay on the field. You pretty much stopped the run. They had 108 yards rushing. James Cook was like 44 yards rushing. Keon Coleman had a decent night as well, 8 for 122. But, a lot of this stuff was garbage stuff, but you let him hang around, didn't stick the knife in, and as well. Probably the biggest error we've seen Derrick Henry make in a Ravens uniform as well. Great catches. You scored 40 points. Not enough. You gotta, when you have a situation where you have them on the hook, you gotta, to quote the great Dennis Green, they are what they thought we were, but we let them off the hook. That's exactly what happened. And so, exactly. And I agree, Rick. You just let them off the hook tonight. So, overall, do I think the Ravens, a lot less of the Ravens after this? No, I don't. Not only because we lost, not just because we lost, not because of my team, but because the fashion in which they won. They pretty much outplayed them on the road tonight. You had it 40-24, and you find a way to lose the game. So I think Buffalo, let's talk about Buffalo real quick. Buffalo, I think, is actually they're I'll say this without being too disrespectful. Josh Allen is going to matter a lot. That's really what's the difference in this game. You can't give Josh Allen too many shots at it. He's going to score quickly. He knows how to do that. I think probably as much as any quarterback in the league, he knows how to go ahead and get down the field and score quickly, scoring those bunches, score fast. That's exactly what happened. Got an opening. Here's quick down there, and score. 394 from the league MVP tonight. So, yes, 2 touchdowns. Now, some of it was garbage prevent. The Ravens had a lead. But again, with a guy like Allen, he can go ahead and get those points in a hurry. He can get points in a hurry and actually make it happen as well. So, once again, Ravens don't win this game tonight. 41-40, unbelievable finish. Between the Orioles on I thought, by the way, Orioles too, real quick. They did lose today. That game on Saturday night, I thought might be the best MLB game I saw all season as well. Lots of drama. Jackson Holiday coming through at the end. So I thought that was fantastic as well, even though they lost today as well. But not on night tonight. Buffalo in 1-0, Ravens 0-1, going to play again. Joe Flacco with his first game in Baltimore as a Cleveland quarterback against the Ravens next Saturday. next Sunday, rather, we will go ahead and be there as well. I'll put this on the screen. I agree with this exactly. We'll get them in the playoffs. You daggone right, Rick. We'll see Buffalo in January when it really matters. Absolutely. Fantastic couple games for the Orioles. Absolutely. Maybe the best game I've seen all year in the MLB. Orioles, Dodgers, whoever it was. Fantastic stuff. A no by Yamamoto all the way up until the light. Jackson goes ahead, puts it in the seats, and they go ahead and take the game 4 runs as well. So we're going to talk about that on our Ravori Sports podcast on Wednesday night. So definitely check that out as well. Unreal. Tough weekend here. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Ravori Sports podcast. You enjoy the rest of your day.